Hey, what's up, nerds? Pixel Link, welcome to the stream. Time to learn something you know nothing about? Good stuff. It's a great game. Biochemical, how you doing? Charles, you know a bit about magic? Watching a guy using elf cards. Cool. You know very little about magic? Well, get ready. You're going to learn a little bit about it today. So, I haven't touched this since they did the last server wipe. Oh, and my internet's crapping out. Two of your friend plays it, be it a dragon deck, the other a Minotaur deck. I mean, those are both pretty good. I don't think we'll be doing... Well, we might be doing tribal, I don't know. As I was saying, I haven't touched this since the server wipe, so... Brand new cards available, I'll be opening up some packs. Boy, I keep dropping frames. Hang on. This is not great. % of frames here. Shit. Really hope that stabilizes soon. And when I was off screen, I dismantled all of those decks and put together the best one I could. The cards available. Hey, Flippin' Zippo, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Which turned out to be some kind of black-green Explorer deck. So we're going to be taking advantage of that mechanic. So we do have 3 of each pack that they've of all the sets available, but I'm not going to open them up just yet. I'm going to try to do my daily grind first, and then we'll open up all the packs at the same time. Interestingly, with the recent update, they introduced 2 new sets, just wholesale. Hour of Devastation and Amonkhet, in addition to Ixalan and Rivals of Ixalan. So that's actually pretty sweet. We have most of Standard available now. Yep, Yu-Gi-Oh! Exactly, it's the best. So they want me to cast 2 bright quests today. 12 blue or black cards, 12 blue or red cards. And then attack with 15 creatures. You know what? I'm gonna have to actually go ahead and open those packs now, I think. I was hoping to put it off till later so more people could be around and see me open packs, but... I'ma need them. Yeah, they've done a lot of good work on the UI. This does look a lot like actual booster packs. Even the sound is kind of like a rapper. Kind of nice. I guess we'll start with Rivals of Ixalan. Most recent expansion. Alright, so what this is, for those of you who haven't seen this before, is a wild card. And this is their method of giving you the ability to sort of get the cards you need. The gray one is a common wild card, the silver one is an uncommon wild card. And I can just turn those into any common or uncommon that I want. Anything else good? Soul of the Rapids has been surprisingly good in this meta so far. Overgrown Armosaur is a fine guy. He's a role player. Vampire's relevant, don't know if that one's good. This guy's also not half bad. Our rare? Mythic rare, we've got a Planeswalker here. Watley Radiant Champion. This is a really good card and a good first open. And we've dropped frames again. Oh, looks like we're okay. Yeah, they've been doing this for 25 years. They better be good at game design by now. What do we got here? Negate's awesome. Big fan of blue. That's not a very good card. We already have a Highland. We already have Highland Lake, so they go towards something else. And Journey into Eternity. That's a really strong card. I'm happy with that open. They actually have websites you can rent cards from for this. That's for Magic Online. Magic Arena is what they're releasing to eventually replace Magic the Gathering Online. In this, it's just a fully virtual economy. No trading. The colors are kind of different elemental types. They work a little bit different than that. Most of them are affiliated with some sort of element or energy, but ultimately they come down to different philosophies. White is about protection, blue is about knowledge, red is about passion, green is about growth, and black is about ambition. Oh, that's fine. Like, this is beta gameplay you're seeing right now. The NDA only lifted last week. What the fuck is that? Silverclad Ferocidons is at 8/5 for 7, so it's basically infinite mana. With Enrage, whenever it's dealt damage, each opponent sacrifices a permanent. Okay, so that's a big old combo engine, and I don't think it's good. Maybe I'll play it. Just play some crap. Alright, so we're getting lots of wild cards. Guy-March Bloodletter's a cool guy. That's a good role player. Merfolk Tribal is quite strong. Savage Stomp is good removal. That's a good land. And a rare Fleet Swallower. I have not found a good use for this guy. Because he's a big old beefy 6/6 in blue, which is fine. But he also cuts your opponent's library down, which is itself a good win condition in blue, but it sort of competes with itself for how it beats the opponent, and that's weird. You wouldn't expect it to be passion? Well, rage and anger are passion. They are emotions. Fire, like, all those things are sort of under its umbrella. Hello, Mythic Rare. Alright, so this is another big, stupid 7... Man, they got a lot of big 7 drops in this. Tishana Voice of Thunder's power and toughness equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control. See, now, this is worth 7 mana. Like, a blue deck can usually get higher... well, green and blue are usually capable of casting more expensive spells, so... Tishana is super good, I think, if you're playing a tokens deck or even a Merfolk Tribal deck. Run Aground is fine removal. That's a good role player. That's a surprisingly decent card. Unfriendly Fire has done a lot of work for me in the past, and that's just good clean living, a 2/2 for 2 with an upside. Yeah, you were right, but it's not as simple as the different elements. Like, MTG philosophy it's kind of complex to the point of almost pretentious, but I love it. Yep, green, an elf deck can generate a lot of mana. I don't think there are any real elf synergies in this format. There are some mana dorks, which are what we call small creatures that generate mana. Didn't know I was a nerd? I play video games on the internet. See what we got here. Pounce. I like that. Deadeye Tormentor is another good card. Taking cards out of your opponent's hand and building a board position is strong. March of the Drowned is excellent in a deck running pirates and perfectly fine in one not running pirates. Sheltering Light, nah, it's fine. Spell Swindle. I like that card. That's a expensive but powerful counterspell. Hour of Devastation. Played video games before colored TVs. Wretched Camels, sort of whatever. That guy having cycling is actually fine. Crash Through is probably not good. Okay, anything with Eternalize is immediately worth looking at. So that guy's not half bad. Eglanoth. It's a 5/5 for 4, which is above curve. But you have to keep casting on creature spells to keep him large, and at the beginning of every upkeep he gets a -1/-1 counter. And then Inferno Jet just kills the thing and can cycle, so that's fine. Mirage Mirror. For 2 mana, I can make Mirage Mirror a copy of any artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until end of turn. That's super good. We've got Mummy Paramount. Another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, gets +1/+1 till end of turn. That's okay. If you're playing a zombie token strategy, that could actually be quite potent. It's a 3/1 for 3. When it attacks, exile target card from depending player's graveyard. That's going to be good in sideboards. The Blue Desert, that's just going to be good for cards that care about deserts. And a land that you can cycle is good late game. You don't need more land. 2/3 Menace for 3 is fine, and you can exert him to make him a 4/3 Menace, which is actually quite good. I think that's alright. This one, 2 mana for a 1/3. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, it gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked. That's a potential, like, real thing if you have a good deck dedicated to those effects. Azir of the Anointed lets you go put an Eternalizer and Bomb creature into your graveyard, so that just feeds you things into your graveyard that you can take advantage of. And our rare, Earthshaker Kenra, just a 2/1 for 2 that can come back from the graveyard and stops things from blocking. That's real good. I like that. So, how would you say combine, like, red cards with white cards? What type of deck would that be? Well, red-white is usually an aggressive deck, taking advantage of red's creatures with haste, which can attack the turn they come out, and white's combat supremacy abilities like Vigilance and First Strike. Red also has a touch of First Strike, doesn't really have access to Vigilance, and white has access to Lifelink. So basically you're putting together, with those colors traditionally, an aggressive deck with a little bit more resilience than just a straight red or straight white deck. That's another good guy. Him being a 5/5 hexproof is actually, like, infuriating for some decks to play against. I think this guy's actually quite good, having prowess and getting first strike when it's attacking. That guy's whatever. Dunes of the Dead, that's good. When it goes in the graveyard, you just get a Zambambo. Ooh, red wildcard. Or, rare wildcard. I know words. Shut up. Amon Ket. We got Manticore of the Gauntlet. It's a 5/4 for 5. Okay, and when it enters the battlefield, put a -1/-1 counter on another creature you control when it deals 3 damage to something. Cool. Scarab Feast is not... because it is cycling, you can run this in main deck if you're playing black, but it's really there to deal with an opponent's threats in their graveyard. Winged Shepherd is... I mean, it's a flying vigilance, but it costs 6 for a 3/3, and that's not very good. The fact that you can cycle it could make it alright if you were playing limited, but not really for what we want. 3/4 for 4 is whatever. Sometimes you play it because it's the best thing you got. Essence Scatter, that's just good clean living. That counters a creature spell. Rona's Monument is super, super good. Green creatures tend to be the best ones, and having them cost 1 less is valuable, and whenever you cast a creature spell of any color, another creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn, so that's great. That is strong. The number in the upper right corner, that is the mana cost. That's how much mana, which will come from lands usually, it requires to actually cast a spell. And Harvest Season, I have not found a good way to exploit this card, but boy do I want to. That's right, Charles. If your opponent's using their graveyard as a resource, exiling things from it is super good. Passing Cheetah is fine. 3/2 Flash can kind of just enter the battlefield and kill an attacker. 2/1 for 2 is good. Trample is an upside, and when it attacks, you can exert it. That's fine. That will get in more often than it won't. This is not great, but the fact that you can tap down a creature can actually allow you to get in for lethal sometimes. So sometimes you might even play that. Essence Scatter, Manglehorn is good stuff. It's a 2/2 for 3, so a Grey Ogre, but it enters destroying an artifact, and your opponent artifacts your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped, so a lot of them can't be activated. Gravedigger is, of course, 2/2 for 4, enters the battlefield, bring a creature from your graveyard to your hand. Yep, specific mana or 4 mana in general, or in this case, 2 mana of any color and 1 green. Okay, we got an Aftermath card. This actually is a split card. It's printed the size of a normal card, but has 2 different cards' texts on it. You cast it from your hand as Never for 1 black, destroy target creature or planeswalker. That's good. And when it's in your graveyard, you can cast it for Aftermath, exiling a card from your graveyard to create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So that's value. I like that card. Alright, Cartouche Solidarity is fine. That'll get you 1/1 token, so even if your opponent can kill the enchanted creature, you don't come out with nothing. Haze of Pollen is a fog effect, preventing all combat damage, and the fact that you can cycle it makes it more palatable for a main deck slot. Compelling Argument is crap, but if you're playing a mill deck, sometimes you play Compelling Argument, but it's not good. Brute Strength is pretty good. +3/+1, and Trample is nothing to scoff at. Final Reward, I mean, that's just instant speed, exile a creature in black. That's fine. You will play that sometimes. Vizier of Remedies prevents -1/-1 counters from going on your creatures. What do? When you enter the battlefield, X damage target creature an opponent controls, where X is the number of instances or sorceries in your graveyard. Okay, so this guy can act like a Flametongue Kavu of sorts, but it's dependent. That guy works in some decks. If you can have him hit for 3 damage reliably when he enters the battlefield, that's actually a really good swing. Compelling Argument, something I laugh at, right? Okay, Samet Voice of Dissent. This thing has every keyword imaginable. Flash, Double Strike, Vigilance, Haste. Other creatures get haste, and it can tap things because why not? If you're playing green-red, yeah, sure, it's good. Trample means extra damage if you... if you deal damage in excess to a blocking creature's toughness, if your creature has trample, the damage will trample over. So, that's all in my packs. Let's go build a deck to, really where... there we go. Blue or black. I mean, that's my wheelhouse. So build a blue-black deck. What are we thinking here? Just got 4 Essence Scatters, so that gives us, and 3 Negates, that gives us answers to problems. Having more sensors would be nice. Cancel. What else we got going on here? I got you, Charles, and I appreciate you doing that. Oh, still dropping frames all over the place. Can't stop dropping frames. And now it's just at 0. Alright guys, I'm actually gonna go offline for a minute, and I'll restart my router, and I'll come back online in like 3 minutes, okay? I won't be too long.